Well, hi guys, it's that time. It's our Bible teaching snippet of the day. I decided to take yesterday off. It was Memorial Day. And today, what I want to do is a Q&A. I had a lady who had a lot of different things going on with her, lots of stuff, a lot of pain and different symptoms and stuff. And 2-3 days later, I saw her and she asked me a question. And her question was, I'm not 100% healed. How do I get 100% healed? And how do I keep my healing? And today I want to talk about that. I want to tell you some practical ways that you can get completely healed and you can stay that way. It's easier to stay healthy and get healed than to get sick and try to get well again. So let's get on top of the mountain and fight to stay on top of the mountain, not fight crawling up to healing. Okay, here we go. The number one problem that I see with people being able to get healed or stay healed or keep their healing is their tongue. Most people talk sickness and death all the time. And we've been indoctrinated to do it. It's on TV. You can't watch a Christian TV show without a medicine coming on telling you, well, do you feel this and this and this? Go to your doctor and tell him you want this drug. So we just get told we're sick all the time. You walk into the store and there's a big sign that says it's flu season. We're told when we're supposed to even be sick now. Okay, I'm just saying. So what I find is that we hear and speak sickness all the time. Here's another thing. I have found that people who have dealt with sickness for a long time, now you got to hear my heart here, so I'm just being honest, okay? I have found that people who have been sick for a while, that is their own identity. That's how they see themselves. They don't see themselves as the girl that likes to do gardening. I'm the girl that has diabetes and can't. See what I'm saying? So their identity is that specific illness. And watch this. Their friends identify them by that. They call and it's like, well, hey, Susie, how's your diabetes doing today? Well, how's your blood pressure today? You know what? I don't want people asking me about any medical. I don't have medical problems, and I'm not going to have medical problems, and I'm not going to talk about them all day long to 5 or 6 different people either, because I believe God's word. God's word says that I will have what I speak, and when I start speaking sickness, I'm gonna get that. Okay, so I don't speak sickness. So that's the number one thing. Now the Bible talks about this. Proverbs says the power of life and death are in the tongue. Your tongue is a ready writer. Whatever you say is writing your future. Jesus said it too. He said, what you believe and what you speak, you shall have whatsoever you speaketh. Okay. And then James says our tongue is like a rudder that turns a huge ship, just a small few little words. And then he starts talking about how our tongue, just a couple of words, can cause a forest fire. So our words are very important. Number one, when I do healing with someone, the first thing I do is I give them something new to say out loud in the mirror about themselves. That they're healthy, they're healed, and cancer-free or whatever. Speak that out loud. Stop telling other people the opposite of that. Stop talking about your sickness. That's more important than anything, is the words that we're speaking over ourselves. And here's another thing that you can do to stay healthy. You can actually worship 7 minutes a day, and it's got to be good worship. Now, it don't have to be music, but it's got to be some type of worship, 7 minutes a day, and it produces the right kind of chemical in your brain, and it will heal your body. You know, our brains put out toxins, and if we think negative, we talk negative, we watch negative stuff, it releases these toxic chemicals in our body, and that's how we get sick. Our thoughts and what we think and what we say is attributed to 87% of our illnesses. Let me keep going here since I'm on the subject of that. They have done research and they know that people who have cancer usually have a very stressful life on some level. Either a hard relationship, a work issue, something's going on that they're constantly in this turmoil, stress in their mind, and it's putting those toxins into their body, okay? Okay, so we can change our words, start speaking good things over ourselves, and stop speaking sickness. And the next thing, we can worship our way to health. Now, here's something. They have done research and they know that people who pray in tongues, that releases chemicals. And people who pray in tongues, and I'm not talking about once every 6 months, I'm talking about daily. You know you pray in tongues a lot when you drive up to McDonald's and you start speaking in tongues to the girl taking your order. And I'm like, sorry about that. I want 2 Big Macs, please. Okay. Yeah, I did actually. I was just, I was in the moment. So that's something funny, huh? Okay. So yes, people who pray in tongues are healthier than people who do not. That is a medical fact. People that worship get healed 7 minutes a day. That's a medical fact. And people that speak sickness and disease and negative stuff are sick. That's a medical fact. The next thing I want to talk about on my list is you can actually engage what the Bible calls the law of sowing and reaping. You can go out and lay hands on the sick and you will reap healing yourself. Actually, when the girl that asked me this question, when she asked me what she could do to get completely healed, that was the first answer I gave her. I said, I tell you what, go out and lay hands on the sick, go to Walmart, grocery store, whatever. Everywhere you go, just start putting your hand on people and speaking health and healing over them, and you will be healed. Did you know in 5 days she was healed completely? The rash had gone and she's in good shape. So yes, the law of sowing and reaping. What does that mean? The law of sowing and reaping is not planting 1 butter bean and getting 1 butter bean back. No, the law of sowing and reaping is planting 1 butter bean and getting a big bushel basket of butter beans. Did you know I do a lot of healing and I walk in divine health? I'm never sick. So we got watching our words, speaking good things over ourselves, watching our words and not speaking sickness and death, and not allowing people to identify us as sickness and death. You've got to stop them. If you tell them you understand, they love you, and you appreciate them asking, but just make a pact with them. Don't ask me anything about how my diabetes is. Let's just don't do that anymore. If I want you to know something about that, I will tell you. You can do that without hurting people's feelings. Okay. So far, I guess I've covered about everything I wanted to today, but I'm going to wrap it back up because I want you to know that I walk in what I call divine health because I'm never sick. Number one, I try to watch my words. I'm not perfect, but at least I try to watch my words. I watch what I allow to be put in my head. I won't watch just anything because I want to stay healthy. So I watch what I watch on TV and listen to and get put in my brain. I watch what I say and what I speak out loud. I pray in tongues a lot. I worship a lot. I worship God a lot. I get up and look in the mirror every single day and I tell myself who I am. And part of that identity of who I am, of Jesus is my Lord, I'm a son of God, my Father loves me, I walk in health also is on that list of things that I say out loud. And guys, sometimes we have to catch what we're thinking. We have to make sure that what we're thinking, we shut that down and don't think about that. And so guys, I'm going to call it a day today, and I'm going to go out and plant a few more flowers. I love you, and I'll see you again right here on Facebook. Bye-bye.